Jessica, and today I'm going to be making a French macaron with a strawberry filling. And to get started, I'm just going to start weighing all my ingredients out. And I'm going to start with 150 grams of almond flour and powdered sugar. And once you have everything scaled out, you're just going to take a sifter and you're going to make sure you sift it through really good. Now once you have that sifted all together, you just want to mix it together until it's well combined. Okay, and once you have that all mixed together, we're going to set it aside and start working on the egg whites. We need 110 grams, so that's about 3 eggs, and we're just going to separate the yolk from the egg whites. So what I like to do is get a separate bowl and crack the egg into here and just use the eggshell to separate those egg whites. I like doing it over a separate bowl just in case you get any shells or anything in it. You can easily scoop that out. And you could save your egg yolks if you want to save them for later, or you could just toss them. And we're going to do that for the next two. Now we're going to set those egg whites off to the side, and we're going to measure out our granulated sugar, and we need 95 grams of that. Okay, now we're going to add our egg whites into our stand mixer, and we're going to whisk them on medium speed until they're foamy, so about 30 seconds. Okay, and now once they're looking like that, we're going to add in a little less than a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Just about a 1/4 teaspoon, and we're gonna keep mixing that. Okay, and now we're gonna start adding a tablespoon of our granulated sugar about every 30 seconds. Okay, and at this point, all the sugar is mixed in, and I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla, and then I'm going to add in food coloring, totally optional, but I'm going to do this neon green, and then we're going to keep mixing it on medium-high until the meringue has stiff peaks. Mixing, your peaks should be stiff and pointing up, and it should be very thick. Okay, and with our almond flour and powdered sugar mixture we made earlier, we're gonna add maybe 1/3 of it into our meringue. And I'm gonna leave mine attached to the mixer so it's easier to mix, but we're just gonna start folding this in. And I'm just going to start making a C motion to get any air bubbles out. Just want to make sure that there's no air bubbles in it. And you just want to keep working that in. And you want your batter to flow off your spatula, so this still needs to be mixed more. flowing off your spatula nice, you're all ready to go. Okay, now that we have our batter ready, we're gonna set up our piping bag, and I'm gonna be using the 12 Korea tip. Just a circle, and I'm gonna get that set up right now. Okay. And what I like to do is just grab a cup, our piping bag, set that in there, and fold it over. And just like that, and easily fill your piping bag. Okay, and now we're gonna start piping. I'm just gonna start making your little circles, and when you lift off, release your pressure, and make a C shape so your shells don't have any tails. And you want to make sure you're piping straight up and down, so when they bake, they won't rise lopsided. And you're just gonna do that for all of them. And now with all your trays, you just want to give them a good bang so they level out a little bit more and release any air bubbles. Okay, and now that the shells are piped, we're going to let them sit and dry for about 30-40 minutes depending on how humid your house is or your environment. But I'm going to wait 30-40 minutes, and I'm going to start cleaning up and making my strawberry filling for my macarons. Okay, and now I'm going to start working on my strawberry filling. I have about 7 whole strawberries in there, and I'm just going to use a 1/3 cup of sugar and about 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice and about a tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay, at a medium-high heat, I'm going to let this simmer and mush them a little more because I don't want a lot of big chunks in it. Okay, now I brought it down to a low heat, and I'm just gonna let it simmer. Okay, and now I'm gonna take my strawberry filling and I'm gonna put it in a different bowl and place that in the fridge until later. Okay, my oven is set at 320, and I'm gonna place my trays on the center rack and bake them for 10 minutes, and halfway through I'm gonna turn them around. And these are what our shells are looking like out of the oven. Some of them did get a little dark, but they'll be okay. Okay, and I'm gonna start making my frosting. I'm gonna make a strawberry buttercream, and I'm just gonna add a stick of butter, and I'm gonna do 2 cups of powdered sugar, and I'm gonna sift that right now. I'm just going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of milk. Okay, and then I'm going to add some of my strawberry filling that I made. I'm just going to add 3 teaspoons of that. I'm going to mix that together. once you're done assembling all of your macarons, you're gonna put them in the fridge to let them mature overnight. And once your macarons have matured in the fridge overnight, you're ready to enjoy them.